name is Dr. Selena Phillips, and welcome to my Ruminations Lessons in Livestock YouTube channel. And today I wanted to introduce the concept of judging, because a lot of area youth are interested in understanding what livestock judging or meats judging is all about, but are unsure what it truly entails. So I want to visit with you guys a little bit about what is judging. So in this video, we're going to talk about what judging means in the livestock world and opportunities for youth to participate in judging competitions. When we talk about judging, that's referring to the evaluation of an item. It could be an animal, it could be a cut of meat, it could be a hay sample, soil. I've done consumer judging where it's been garments or cookies or something like that. But you're comparing it to an ideal in the industry and other items that are similar. When we talk about a judging competition, it's made up of classes. And one individual class has 4 items of similar age or type or instructions. For example, you may see a class of alfalfa hay in which all the hay samples are alfalfa. We're going to look at a U class in which all of the animals are breeding sheep. And so within this class of 4 items, participants are asked to rank them from the best to the worst. And each item is identified with a number, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And so you're going to just rank them and sort the numbers to whichever one you think is the best, all the way down to 4th place. Now, in competitions, you are scored against what is called an official placings, where individual professional or industry professionals come in and provide their input based upon all of their experience for an official placing. And each class is worth 50 points. The next thing that happens is these officials assign cuts. And a cut is the point assigned to each pair in the placing. All placings in judging classes have 3 pairs, the top pair, the middle pair, and the bottom pair. So let's talk a little bit more about how that works. Let's take a look at a judging card. I got this example off of Google Images. It's Kansas's 4-H judging card, and most of them are very similar in their appearance. Some have letters associated with the placings, others are just numbers, but there's always going to be a spot for a contestant name or number, the class name, and somewhere to mark your placing. So if we take a look at this card, you'll notice that there are 23 possible combinations of the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what you're doing is evaluating your class of I'll use livestock because that's what I've been trained in, is livestock judging. But you're going to rank those animals, the best one, whatever number it is, first. So if you think animal number 2 is the best, you'll be looking in this area here for these placings that start with 2 first. And so if, for example, if you thought 2 was the best, 1 was next, 4, and then 3, this is the spot you would mark. In this example, I chose to place a class 2, 3, 1, 4. And so I circled my placing as best I could on the computer and marked my card next to it to indicate that that is my placing. Now, we are doing a virtual skill-a-thon in January of 21 that's going to have a drop-down menu of all of these placings. So you're going to be selecting your ranking from a drop-down menu. But just make sure that you've got the one that you think has the animals ranked the best. And as I mentioned earlier, each class has 3 pairs, the top pair, middle pair, and bottom pair. If we bounce back to my example here, you can see that items 2 and 3 would be the top pair, or the first 2 animals. 3 and 1 would make up a middle pair, and 1 and 4 would be the bottom pair, or that third pair in the class. And so to assign a score, each class is worth 50 points, and the officials will assign cuts. And a cut is simply a point value. They cannot add up to more than 15, and they're assigned to reflect the difficulty of the decision. And what a cut means is that you're going to lose that many points if you have those items switched or out of place. So, for example, you can have a top cut of 5, which means if you switch that top pair, you lose 5 points. And in judging, that's a lot. That would be what we call a big cut. That means it should have been pretty obvious to make that decision. In another situation, you might see a cut of 1 or 2, which means you only lose 1 or 2 points. And that's a harder decision, and they can understand how you could go either direction. And so just remember, cuts are going to be the points cut from your score. And so when you turn in a placing compared with the officials' placings. So let's look at an example. This is a yearling weather dam class that I found on SureChamp's website. They have a great set of educational resources called Mark That Card. And this is one of their judging classes that they have. And so when we take a look at these yearling weather dams, we're going to be evaluating them for how much volume, muscle, femininity, style, and balance, and those types of things, and fat cover are on them, and which are the complete package. And so if I was evaluating this class, to me, there's 2 things that happen. 3 I really like, 2 I like the least, and 1 and 4 look pretty similar to me that I might have to sort out a little bit. So I would probably go with a placing in which I rank number 3 the best, 4 second, 1 third, and 2 last. And this one I'm a little iffy on because there's strengths and weaknesses to both animals. If we compare this to the official placing, I actually got it right. Yay, me. And I would mark my card where I'd have my name or contestant number, the class title, and I marked my placing 3, 4, 1, 2. At a judging contest, this is what you would likely turn in. And again, in our virtual skill-a-thon, you're going to be selecting a drop-down menu. So if we look at the officials for this class, I found that they placed it 3, 4, 1, 2 with cuts of 4, 2, and 3. So how I could view this is I see that they thought 3 was the clear winner as well. They put one of the higher cuts of 4 on there, and that you should find her pretty obviously. They thought, like I did, that the next logical thing was probably to put 2 at the bottom. And then 1 and 4 are fairly similar. And if you swap them, you'd only lose 2 points. So that's not so bad. They could probably understand some logic either way. And so that's an example of a judging class in which you would assign your placing, mark your card, and then turn it in to be evaluated. I share this as we get ready for our virtual skill-a-thon, which is the first time we've done a virtual skill-a-thon. And I realize a lot of 4-H and FFA members maybe haven't been exposed to judging classes per se, groups of 4 items that have to be ranked. And so just as you prepare for that, I hope this little video shares with you what a judging class is and what you can do and how you rank it and how your score is going to be determined. Here at Chico State, we have several judging teams, which is kind of fun. We have a livestock judging team, a meats judging team, and a soils judging team that are all part of our College of Agriculture. So this is something you can learn in 4-H and FFA and potentially continue to do in your college career as well. Thank you for joining me on my Ruminations Lessons in Livestock. What is judging session? And be sure to subscribe, like, give me any feedback that you'd like to have and any future topics you'd like to see covered on this YouTube channel. Thank you very much.